Happy morning, dear friends. Here's yours, Dr. Ajanta. Welcome to day 43 session. Today we are just going to see about Python file directory, that is directory and files management. And in this section, mainly we are just going to concentrate on creating a directory, renaming it, listing all directories and working with them. Fine. Let me just see what is Python directory. If there are a large number of files to handle in our Python program, we can arrange our code within different directories to make things more manageable. A directory or folder is a collection of files and subdirectories. So Python has the OS module that provide us with many useful methods to work with directories as files as well as. Okay, let me just see the first one, current directory, and see how we can just get the current directory is by the function that is getcwd. So we can get the present working directory by using this function, which is the method getcwd, which is one of the OS module. And this method returns the current working directory in the form of a string. We can also use the getcwd method to get it as byte objects also. Okay, fine, dear friends, let I just execute the first one. See what is my current directory, and see here, this is what, and here I'm just going to get the bytes object by cwdb. Okay, so here I'm just getting it in the bytes. Okay, and see here, dear friends, the extra backslash, whichever it is, implies an escape sequence, and this one we can just make use of the print function. We can just use it and just explore how the exact directory and the files are has been arranged. Next, let me just move on to changing directory. See, we can just change the current working directory by using the chdir method. Okay, the new path that we want to change is must be supplied as a string to this method. So we can use both the forward slash or backward slash to separate the path elements. It is safer to use an escape sequence when using the backslash. Okay, and here I have just provided the syntax. Kindly have a note of it. That is, if you want to change the exact current directory, so you have to just specify only the new directory which do you want. And kindly have a remember that, dear friends, first copy the path for current working directory. Whether Windows user or Mac OS user, first create an empty folder with any one name. For an example, if you are just making use of anything XYZ on your desktop, kindly just make use of that folder and then have the change over the directory. Before creating any folder or any other thing, kindly just don't make use of it. Let me just create that by making here the changing the directory. So see here, dear friends, I just create an empty directory here. There is empty folder. Let I just specify this X, Y, Z, and here it is the exact folder. Let I just specify here the slash X, Y, Z. Okay, let I just execute. See here, dear friends, now our current directory has been changed. Do you want to check it within the bytes? Yeah, kindly just check over here. This is the exact current directory, how it was. Okay, and see here, dear friends, you can also make use of the change. Okay, here I just want to change it back to my original directory, so I have just specified the same, and let I just re-change to my present directory itself, because whatever the changes or whatever the list, I just need to have only in my current directory, that is in Python challenges, where this XYZ just now I have created it new. So there won't be any much more files or any materials. So okay, fine. Let's we just see the list directories and the files. And see here, dear friends, this listdir, this method display all the files and subdirectories inside a directory. And this method takes in a path and returns a list of subdirectories and files in that path. If no path is specified, it returns the list of subdirectories and files from the current working directory. So kindly have a just information, and let me just make a list of it. And see here, we are in 60 Python challenge, and hope you all know these are all the files which we are just seeing from the beginning of day 1, and now we are in day 43 files. And these are all the exact files which we just make used in the files operations and functions operations also. We have just made use of this. Okay, fine, dear friends. Let me just have uh, the exact C drive files. Okay, here also you can just specify some directory, and you can also check over what are all the folders or files that is available here. Okay, fine. If you want to create a new directory, that is making a new directory, you can use the method mkdir. And this method of the OS module to create directory in the current directory. Kindly have a note of it. And you need to supply an argument to this method which contains the name of the directory to be created. And this method takes in the path of the new directory. If the full path is not specified, the new directory is created in the current working directory. And see here, dear friends, if you want to just make use of a new directory, so here you have to specify the directory name, that is the folder name. And let me just create a new directory, that is Python study. Okay, so this is what the new directory is there, and whatever the current directory. And let me just see where is the new directory is. Yeah, here it is. Okay, above the readme. Okay, so here a new folder has been created as Python study. Okay, and if you want to rename it, kindly have a note of it. That is, if you want to rename that exact folder. Okay, anyhow, let me just rename the current file which we have created just now. Okay, so this rename method can rename a directory or a file, whichever you want. And here the folder which we have created is Python underscore study, and we are just going to rename it as Python learning. Okay, let I just execute, and see here the directory name has been renamed. Okay, so let me just check over. It was exactly above to that of readme. Okay, see here. So this is what the Python learning. So Python study, now it was being renamed to Python learning. Okay, next let me just move on to the next one. Okay, even though you can just rename the file, that is data1. Okay, see, actually I have already renamed this. Let I just make use of this as the one. Okay, now. Okay, my data.txt is not there. Okay, fine, dear. Let me just take any other file name to get renamed. And for your reference, let I just make use of just a second, dear friends. Okay, let me just have the test test. Okay, this test dot txt. Now I just need to change as my underscore test. Okay, let I rename. Yeah, file renamed. And if I just want to make one more check, let me check. That is instead of this test.txt. Okay, it's already renamed. and here instead of test dot rename, kindly just check here, it's our my underscore test dot txt, so it is renamed now. Okay, fine dear friends, let me just move on to the next one, removing a directory or a file. Okay, removing a directory or a file. And see here dear friends, when we just want to if I want to remove, in the sense deleting, okay, so a file can be removed by using the method remove. Okay, or you can just make use of the similar thing as rmdir method removes an empty directory, and we already know that is this xyz is a empty directory. We are not going to have any files in that. So before removing a directory, all the contents in that should be removed. So we know already that this xyz has nothing there in the exact folder. And for your information, anyhow, I just specify for some deletion I have just given the permission. So in some such case of removing or deleting, okay, it needs an permission. And see here dear friends, as in this xyz, as it is not having any content or any files, as it is an empty, so it didn't expect any permission, it's just directly removed it. And for your kind note, again let I just make use of this my data underscore text. No, let me just have some other name which we have renamed it recently. Okay, let me just have the same test one. Okay, test underscore one to be removed. Okay, let I just, yeah, file has been deleted. If I just make use of this and I check whether my file is there or not, kindly look dear friends, actually which we have deleted is test1 is there, test file is there, and this test underscore 1 has been removed, and we would just have this test underscore 2 also. Let me just have a look of it dear friends. Okay, see here, so test is there, test1, test file is there, and see here test underscore 2 dot text is available, but a test underscore 1 dot text file has been removed. And kindly have one more thing dear friends, this rmdir method can only remove empty directories. It won't remove anything which it just has already, like files or any other thing. Okay, and in order to remove a non-empty directory, we can use the rm3, okay, rm3 method inside the shuttle module. Okay, inside the shuttle module, and it is not OS module. Inside the shuttle module we have to use. And see here dear friends, if I just want to make use of this, I have to import the shuttle, and then I have to make use of this. And in this python underscore learning also there is nothing, but anyhow if any files are available, that can also be removed. Okay, and it just going to remove nothing. Okay, before the readme, yeah, here actually this is what the python learning, the folder has to be there. And see, yeah, see here it is available in the above cell, this python learning. Now we have removed it. Okay, that's for all the day dear friends. Kindly have a look of this. If you have any doubts, kindly comment in the comment box below. And thank you, have a nice day.